Welcome back to Van Dyne Gym in Riverside alongside Eric Lopez of California Baptist Wrestling. I'm Travis Vanotti. The Lancers take on a very tough opponent in the nightcap, the number 19 ranked South Dakota State Jackrabbits. We'll see how it goes as South Dakota State beat Northern Illinois earlier today, 31-6, and then Northern Illinois beat CBU after that, 20-15. See how it goes between CBU and South Dakota State, as once again we started off with the 125 weight class. Elijah Griffin against Tanner Jordan, the junior from South Dakota State. Now, Griffin lost earlier today 6-4, but obviously a close match. Tanner Jordan from St. Paris, Ohio.
Oh, wow. And we got a big takedown already right out the gate with 20 seconds in. Griffin up 2-0.
Well, Eric, it doesn't get any closer than what we saw earlier today. Went to the last match against the heavyweights, went to overtime. A controversial call that ended up tying up the score. A call that went against Chris Islands. And Therese Aaron ended up getting the points in overtime, but the Lancers very competitive against a pretty good Northern Illinois team.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw literally less than 10 minutes ago, it was a pretty crazy match. All politics aside, I mean, when a match comes down to overtime like that, it's a tough one when it gets decided by a takedown at the end. But yeah, NIU came out on top for that one.
Jordan ties it up 2-2. South Dakota State 2-2 early on this season. But again, they have several wrestlers that are nationally ranked.
Yeah, pretty tough team out of South Dakota over here. I know they're making some pretty big moves in the Big 12, beating some pretty quality teams.
And this is Big 12 against Big 12. Yeah. Tanner Jordan is 30th right now, ranked by Intermat. He's an honorable mention by Flow Wrestling. So a guy that is on the outskirts of being nationally ranked in the 125 weight class.
Yeah, both guys are pretty tough. I know Griffin here has had quite a few wins this season when he was healthy, and I know when when CBU took a trip out to Iowa, I believe he went 2-0 against Iowa State and Iowa, which is a pretty big feat considering those programs are top tier. And Jordan here still on top, looking to throw the half in.
Jordan this season 8-7 overall. He's 35-32 in his career. He's looking to break out of a 4-match losing streak. So he had won 6 of 7 for his current 4-match losing streak, but against some pretty tough wrestlers. As a matter of fact, all 4 of the wrestlers he has faced in which he lost are nationally ranked. So he's got a lot of experience against some very, very tough wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, when you just look at the Big 12 and the quality of wrestlers that come from it, I mean, every team is going to have ranked guys. It's very rare you don't run to a Big 12 team that doesn't have a ranked guy. It's tough conference.
But so far, Eli Griffin is sticking with Tanner Jordan.
I think Jordan possibly secured a little bit of riding time in this last period. Definitely over a minute.
So, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, Griffin just looking to get his own riding time here. He's getting something going on top. Flattening Jordan out here.
There are 6 Big 12 schools ranked in the top 25 right now. Iowa State is 4th. Then Minnesota's 9th, Oklahoma State 13th, North Dakota State 16, Nebraska 17, these Jackrabbits 19. And then Oklahoma is receiving votes right now.
Oh, and we got Griffin here trying to secure some back points, but not really there. In quite a funky position, and he gives up 2 for a reversal. Wow. I mean, great sense of wrestling right there for Jordan. He knew where he was at and then kind of took advantage of that position and ended up coming out on top there. So now at 4-2. He's running that half again. He had that earlier in the first period, and he brings it over, trying to get something there, but out of bounds.
Nice job by Griffin there to pull him out of bounds.
Griffin a little slow to get up there. And back to the center. Let's see if Griffin can get something going here and possibly get an escape. And he's up quick with the roll through. Another roll through, and he gets a leg. Nice from Griffin, and he's gonna get 1 escape. Nice. Great job by Griffin here. Jordan does have him in that front headlock though. They're near the out of bounds, so we'll see what happens right here. Might just want to restart, and oh, they're still wrestling from here. And Jordan gets him out of bounds, and that'll be the end of the period. Literally buzzer beater right there.
High scoring.
Yeah, already.
4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 here. Going into the third period, both guys looking great.
South Dakota State, located in Brookings, South Dakota. And 2 affiliates of the Big 12 going at it.
And Jordan slipping that leg in, kind of that low leg ride, and kind of flattens him out there. Jordan has been really getting that half in, kind of wearing on Griffin, but Griffin with a great job rolling through, kind of creating new positions, looking for a scramble. Griffin looking good here on bottom. I mean, getting ridden out a bit, but still looking to get out. And Jordan has him in this kind of a crab ride right here, trying to get the leg over. I think Griffin getting that leg over, possibly searching for a scramble, and we don't get it, and then the ref calls a potentially dangerous, so they start fresh back on bottom right here. With 1 minute and 7 seconds left, we have Jordan up by 1. And sucks him right back, brings him back down the mat. Griffin rolls through. I want to say Jordan has quite a bit of riding time here, so that might come into play at the end of this match right here. "40 seconds left in the match.
Just got to find a way to make a move here.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough call here. Oh, exposes his back a bit, but nothing there. And we're gonna have short time, 10 seconds left. It's not looking too good right here.
Unless he can drag Jordan out of bounds.
Wow. 5 seconds left.
He gets the whistle anyway.
And Griffin hopefully looking to get an escape within these 5 seconds. Possibly, I mean, if he could get a reversal, I think that'd tie the match up, considering riding time for Jordan. And that's gonna be time. And Jordan's gonna edge this one out.
So 5-3, yep.
5-3. I mean, great match, a lot of action.
So South Dakota State opens the scoring 3-0. So we take a look at some of the highlights from that first match. The double roll there.
I mean, Griffin was trying to create positions, trying to scramble out of those rides, and it wasn't really working. Jordan was kind of following quite well. I mean, Griffin had that really big takedown in the first, but unfortunately did not help him in the end. And now we got another matchup for 133.
Well, the 133 weight class, once again, it's Hunter Leak for the Lancers, facing off against Derek Cardinal of South Dakota State. Cardinal, a redshirt freshman from Forest Lake, Minnesota.
Oh, we got some action already right here. A little bit of a throw, but doesn't go anywhere.
Leak won earlier today against Bryce West of NIU, 8-4. That was a good match for Hunter Leak.
And the action gets brought back to the center. Both guys already starting out. A little bit of fireworks out here. Big throw by Hunter Leak in the beginning, but Cardinal rolled through that pretty well.
So Cardinal is 4-6 this season. He's got a 2-match winning streak. And his last 2 matches, he has gotten a fall and a major decision against a wrestler from the Citadel and VMI. Neither nationally ranked, but still he's kind of on a hot streak right now, Cardinal, with a fall and a major decision.
He gets stalemate there and brought back to the center.
South Dakota State looks to go 2-0 today. And a big-time winner in the duel 2 ago against NIU, and the Lancers looking to go 1-1 and get a big-time upset against a nationally ranked program. Lancers 1 win on the year duel-wise against Vanguard, an NAIA school near Newport Beach here in California.
Cardinal working off that front headlock. Looking to cut the corner, but Leak's doing a great job of keeping him out. Cardinal's looking for ankles there, but sitting on him, so nowhere to go with that.
CBU bench calls for a stalemate, and they get it. There wasn't much going on there. So
yeah,
we'll restart it.
That was a good call by the ref. Not much going on, no action. And now we're, speaking of action, we got it.
Hunter Leak, strong legs.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, reaching for those ankles, pulling them through with those legs. And back into scrambling position. This kind of seems to be a position where Leak likes to be. He likes these weird scrambles, kind of creating situations where he can. And that's gonna be short time. We got about 8 seconds left here. So let's see where we go with this. Maybe a takedown, but nothing yet. And that's gonna be time. Still 0-0 at the end of this period.
Lots of action, though.
Oh.
This is the very end of the period. Hunter Leak able to flip Cardinal over, and then that's where they stayed. Haven't seen too many scoreless opening periods today.
Oh yeah,
I think one or maybe two.
yeah, we've been pretty blessed to get some action-packed matches so far. 0-0, yep, like you said, it's pretty surprising. Let's see, Leak possibly looking to change that though. He's on top right now, riding pretty tough. Cardinal flattened out here. Leak does have that leg right in. Looks pretty mean. He's fighting for it. Let's see, Cardinals trying to build up off bottom.
There was a nice gathering of NIU fans out here in SoCal.
Yeah, they travel pretty well.
Yeah, they did. That was fun to see.
Probably
Not
wanted,
as many South Dakota State fans.
yeah, they probably wanted to get away from that Illinois weather, huh? I think earlier I heard that in South Dakota, where the school's from, it's about 6 degrees right now.
6 degrees, yeah.
Bit more chilly than California out here, where we're sitting around 50. Oh, nice ride, but Cardinal looking to get the reversal here. He's putting Leak in a dangerous position, and Leak reaching in on that kind of high thigh pry. And he gets the leg. Somehow there's no reversal or escape. Leak's holding onto that leg for dear life. Cardinal looking to get around. Cardinal fighting to get that takedown, or that reversal, excuse me. Oh, and we're back in position here. Leak has to climb up those legs though, because he will get a stalling call if he does hold on to the legs.
Cardinal pulls Leak back in.
And that's time, wow. I mean, talk about action, but I mean, no score yet.
I believe our first scoreless through 2 periods match today, as far as the Lancers are concerned.
Yeah, that is new for us today, definitely.
So it all
0
comes down to the
0.
final 2 minutes.
Oh, no, caution call, okay. All comes down to this third period, like you said. Hopefully one of these guys gets out of here with the score. I mean, Hunter's on bottom here, looking to get escape, and he does. That's 1 point. Hunter Leak up 1-0 with about 1:30 left in the third period. Great snap down by Leak. Oh, Cardinal in on that leg. Great single leg. Cardinal kind of stuck down there, head in between his legs. That seems to be where Leak is comfortable at.
Yeah, he always gets on that side.
Yeah. And he's stuck on that leg. No takedown yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they call a stalemate soon. Not a lot of action right here. Both guys kind of stuck. South Dakota coach looking for a danger call. You can see that Hunter Leak's back is slightly exposed here and there. And that's 2 points green, or 2 points red, excuse me. So that's gonna be South Dakota State up 2-1. So Cardinal got the takedown there. And Cardinal looking for back points. No call though. Kind of a funky spot there.
Leak looks like he's gonna run out of time.
Another close one. And South Dakota edging it out again. That makes the team score 6-0, South Dakota State. Fortunately.
very interesting match. Nothing after 2. Cardinal gets 2 of the 3 points to take it. So this was in the first period. One of the more interesting parts of that match.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of scrambling, but not a lot of scoring. So both guys just great defense on both ends. And now we got a 141 matchup here.
So it is Christian Nunez once again against Clay Carlson, who's a senior. Clay Carlson, an All-American in 2021, 2-time national qualifier. This guy is an exceptional wrestler. Nunez lost earlier, 11-2. We lost a major decision to Javon Jones of NIU. Carlson this season currently is ranked 11th by Intermat, 12th by Flow Wrestling, and 12th by Win Magazine. So a consensus top 12 wrestler in this weight class.
Yeah, and did I hear you say it was All-American last year?
All-American in 2021.
2021, okay.
2-time national qualifier.
Yeah, All-American is definitely not something easy to do, especially when you got a pretty stacked weight class at 141 here.
Clay Carlson's the active career leader. 81 wins.
Oh, wow.
81 and 35. That's more than any current Jackrabbit.
Wow, that's great. Oh, and we another scramble situation here.
Carlson this year is 7-4. He dominated against unranked wrestlers. Has had mixed success against ranked wrestlers this season.
Oh, Carlson. Oh, putting Nunez to his back. Getting some back points there. You were saying, though, he's had a tough time against some ranked wrestlers, right?
Yeah. He's dominated against the first 5 wrestlers he faced, or 4, actually. They were all either technical falls or a fall. But it's had mixed success against some ranked wrestlers.
Yeah.
But this is, on paper at least, a bit of a mismatch between Carlson and Nunez.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a guy that has over 80 wins, which is a very hard thing to do in college, especially Division I.
Carlson from Wilmar, Minnesota.
Got stalemate here. Score is currently 8-2, and Carlson is up. And Carlson looks to get an optional start here. And it's going to be 1 for Nunez.
Yours, Christian, yours. Yours, Christian.
Nice job there to get back in it. For Nunez, I think just try and make this as competitive as possible and try and avoid a major decision.
And that's a stalling call on Green, but Green... And Nunez takes a shot after, oh, and Carlson re-attacks. I mean, that's great offense for Carlson. Yeah, but like you said, I mean, Nunez is going to have to look to keep this as close as he can, avoiding a major decision and keeping this team score as low as he can possible. And it's going to be 5 seconds left. And he's getting back points again, Carlson, in 1 second time. And that's the first period.
I mean, if Carlson gets a major decision here, or maybe even a technical fall at this point, you know, that would put the Lancers in quite the hole.
Yeah.
So for Nunez, got to find a way to get back some points here.
The score is currently 14-3 going into the second period.
Yeah, so now we're in technical fall territory.
Yeah. And Carlson seems to be a really tough rider. I mean, that's where most of his points came from this match so far. And he gets sucked back right there, and he's getting back points. It's not looking, oh, kind of a late call by the ref. Carlson is hunting for that tech.
He's got a lot of time to do it, too.
Yeah. looking for that roll through tilt. Nunez doing a good job of fighting it off. Now he brings him back though, and now he's gonna get the near fall, which is gonna put this into a tech, I believe.
Fight, Christian!
That's gonna put the matchup.
That's it. 18 to 3.
18 to 3. So it's gonna be a technical fall for Carlson.
Well, mismatch there, unfortunately, but Christian Nunez battled his way.
And that's gonna be a win for South Dakota State.
But for Carlson, that is his 3rd technical fall of the season. That makes it 11-0 South Dakota State.
From South Dakota State, Alec Martin. And for your Lancers, he's a Reno TOC Blitz leader and team captain, redshirt sophomore from San Diego, California, Chaz Omar.
4th match between CBU and South Dakota State, 149 weight class. Chaz Hallmark goes for the Lancers, a redshirt sophomore, against Alec Martin, a redshirt freshman for South Dakota State. Hallmark lost earlier in a close match to Anthony Chiloni, 3-1. We'll see if Hallmark can have a bounce back effort here. Martin is from St. Paris, Ohio.
Oh, Hallmark in early on that leg. Already got some action going, and less than 30 seconds in. Oh, Hallmark kind of stuck down there, and Martin, good defense. Both guys really bringing a lot of action here in the first minute. It's kind of typical of these lower weights though. And oh, Martin in on the leg, low single, really nice. And Hallmark with that crotch lock trying to bring him through, and kind of got those legs tied up right there. Trying to get the 2 there. Hallmark has the high head, but oh, and that's gonna be 2 for Martin here.
Martin is 9-7 this season overall. He has dominated against unranked wrestlers.
Oh, and Hallmark is put to his back right there. It's gonna be near fall.
Hallmark's in trouble.
Yeah, a little bit. And oh no. Martin has that really deep. No, and he has a lot of time to work with that too. It's over a minute. And he rolls through. Great effort by Hallmark here.
But 4 points to Martin.
Yep, so that's gonna make it 6-0 for Martin. Oh, he rolls through, avoids the near fall there.
They are barely in bounds. Now out. Martin, 3 major decisions, 1 technical fall this year.
And out of bounds over there. 22 seconds left in this first period. And Hallmark's getting ridden out. Martin doing a good job so far of bringing pressure, and he's looking to get the redrop, and he brings Hallmark back down, but Hallmark is relentless getting back up, and that's going to be 2 reversal for Hallmark. Wow, great reversal. That kind of sets things up to be a little more interesting in the second period. Hallmark is now on top near the end of this first period. 3 seconds left, one, and time.
Had a way to get it, Hallmark.
Yep, that makes it 6-2. Hallmark still down by 4 though. And Martin's gonna choose bottom for this second period. And that will be a caution on red. Some movement there on bottom before the whistle.
Look for a quick start from Martin. Well,
And there, okay, back
guess
down.
not.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to.
Yeah, I was expecting him to
really,
explode up too.
yeah.
All right, we'll take it. Going around, maybe Martin's getting a little tired. We'll see. And and he's back out. There we go. Martin is up now, 7-2 with that escape. And Chaz looks to take a shot, but Martin counters that, and now he's getting around. He's about to get, now he has 2. Oh, and tough position. Oh, and Martin looks to have a cradle locked up down there. It's 9-2 currently.
Now we're back in major decision territory.
Yep. Hallmark doing a great job defending it so far. Oh, and Hallmark looking to get a reversal. Nothing yet.
South Dakota State's lost 2 close duels to ranked teams, Minnesota 19-16 and Nebraska 22-17.
Yeah,
So that's why they're ranked underneath those 2 schools, but
yeah, I mean, 2
competitive.
really tough teams with a lot of history from both of them. I mean, both Big Ten teams. And, you know, for all those wrestling fans out there, we know that Big Ten is where wrestling's at, all those Midwest schools. So, I mean, to even be close with them, that's quite an achievement on its own. So, South Dakota State is not a pushover at all. They're quite the team with a lot of ranked wrestlers. That'll be the end of the second period.
So it was 6-2 at the end of 1, I believe. Martin gets the only 3 points of the middle stanza.
Now we got third period coming up, 9-2, Martin.
Hallmark's got to avoid a major decision.
And he's looking to possibly change that, and he gets an escape. There we go, 1 point. So it's gonna make it 3-9. We do have to consider that Martin does have riding time though, so that is gonna come into play when looking at the score. Oh, great snap down by Martin, but Hallmark defending it quite well. Martin gets that inside leg, and now he's looking to cradle Hallmark.
So Hallmark has to battle back at this point.
Yes.
Get at least a point, or
Yeah.
at least 2, I should say.
Yeah, with that near fall, it's kind of putting it a little out of reach now. It's in that major territory, like you said earlier. And Martin riding tough on top still. Man, that's something you're going to see with a lot of these Midwest teams. They are really tough on top. That is something that's very consistent about Midwest teams. West Coast, you're looking at a lot of neutral, a lot of stand-up, and a lot of takedowns.
That's not good news for Chaz Hallmark.
No, not currently.
You got 25. Come on. Get off the belly.
Maybe if we get back on our feet, different story.
No turn.
And that's more near fall there. That's going to be a major decision.
15-3, Alec Martin. Well, that is his 4th major decision of the season. And that makes it 15-16.
Actually, that will be a tech. He teched him right at the very end. So, wow, yeah. So that was a 5-point turn right there.
Warrior Lancers 5'10", redshirt sophomore from Anaheim, California, Joey Mora.
Got another matchup here at the 157 weight class.
So what was that final at the very end? It was 15-3 and then...
It was 19-3
19.
to finish out that 149 match. So that would make it a technical fall.
So that makes it 16-0 South Dakota State. The 157 is Joey Mora once again for the Lancers, the redshirt sophomore, going up against Cale Swenson, a redshirt freshman. The back-to-back redshirt freshman for South Dakota State.
And Mora in on the leg early in this match. It's not even 20 seconds in, and Mora's in. Looking to get a score here, but Swenson is doing a great job defending that.
Swenson's ranked 19th right now by Intermat at this weight class, 22nd by Flow Wrestling.
And you said he's a redshirt freshman, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
The Swenson's from Plymouth, Minnesota. 8-5 record overall. He's been up and down this season, but does have one win against a ranked wrestler. That's Cal Poly's Luca Wick.
Oh, that
164.
Yeah, we did wrestle them earlier in the season. Luca Wick is a pretty impressive opponent himself. So, I mean, to get that win over him, that says something.
Well, Swenson won his first 4 matches, then lost 4 of 6, but has won 2 of his last 3. But another formidable opponent, Cale Swenson. Mora lost 8-0 earlier to NIU's Anthony Gibson. Just got word that men's basketball is up at the half against New Mexico State in Las Cruces, I believe. Good for men's basketball.
That'll be a good win for the team.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start in WAC play, but they won their last game. Looking to get back to 500.
Swenson riding tough so far.
Mora able to keep his toe in.
And out of bounds. And they're going to bring it back center, starting back down. Mora. Swenson is going to want the neutral start, so that means that Mora gets 1 point for a technical escape.
So this duel playing out like the NIU one, where the lower weight classes didn't do so well for the Lancers, but we'll see if Moore can get him in the duel here.
With that takedown, that puts him up 4-1.
Last 2 matches have both been technical falls for South Dakota State.
Oh, threatening the back there. Swenson looking to get the pin here, and that's time. First period. That's going to be a 12-1 score. Swenson up 11.
Unbelievable end to that period for Cale Swenson.
Yeah.
And South Dakota State now within striking distance of 3 straight technical falls.
And Mora here on top looking to ride. He's looking to re-drop. but he's going to need to cut him sooner, or else he's going to get the stalling call. He needs to, and there we go. Swenson gets escape. That's going to make the match 13-1. And Swenson down on that ankle.
Yep, keep it, pull it in, pull it into you, Joey. Keep scooting. Your head up.
Mora in on that leg, but Swenson's around the corner.
Wrestle, Joey.
Looking to get two there. And he gets it. That's going to make it 15-1. And one more point here will make it a technical fall. And possible injury. Hopefully Mora's okay. Looks to be in some pain here.
His ankle. Ankle or foot.
I think he rolled over it as he was getting turned through. Oh, looks to be in some pain.
Let's take a look at what happened there to Joey Mora.
And that foot looked to be kind of trapped up under between that thigh, and I think it's kind of a funky position. That's kind of just what happens in wrestling. You're in really odd positions sometimes, and you get rolled through or put weight on an area, but luckily Mora's back up and he's ready to wrestle.
Great to see Joey Mora is all right and able to continue.
Mora looking to get a takedown. Injury did not slow him down. He's coming at him still. And Swenson looking to get a takedown. He's trying to get the tech, and he's going to get it here with that takedown. But he's fishing for some more points. And that's going to be...
That does it. 17-1. Cale Swenson.
Going to be a technical fall for Swenson.
3 straight technical falls for South Dakota State. That makes it 21-0. Swenson. That's his second technical fall of the season. He opened the season against Iowa State with a technical fall. That's a big-time win for Cale Swenson.
There we go. And we got Frankie Almaguer out here again. Big match last one with NIU, beating a ranked opponent.
165 weight class. Frank Almaguer, the redshirt sophomore, won 3-1 in overtime against Isaac Olenek of NIU. Facing off against Tanner Cook, the junior. Tanner Cook was a 2020 Nationals qualifier. Well, this should be an interesting one.
Yeah.
We're halfway through this duel between CBU and number 19 South Dakota State. Once again, alongside Eric Lopez, I'm Travis Van Note. Hope you're enjoying it. All South Dakota State so far. Tanner Jordan won 5-3, Derek Cardinal won 2-1, and 3 straight technical falls. Clay Carlson 18-3, Alec Martin 19-3, and Cale Swenson 17-1.
Oh, big throw by Cook here. I want to say Cook is also another ranked opponent.
Yeah.
And Cook putting Frank Almaguer in a bad position. It's going to be 6-0.
Beg your pardon? Tanner Cook is 13th right now by Flow Wrestling, 15th by Win Magazine, and 18th by Intermat. So he's a consensus top 20 wrestler in this weight class.
Do you happen to know South Dakota and NIU, when they faced off, who ended up winning that match between Cook and the other ranked opponent?
Olenek.
Olenek, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I can't recall, though, off the top of my head.
Anyways, I mean, we tough position right here for Frankie. I mean, he's down by 5, kind of setting him back a little bit. So this is going to be a tough sell for Frankie to get back in it, but not counting him out just yet.
So Tanner Cook is from Ileon, New York. Was the Big 12 Wrestler of the Week back on December 20th.
And Frankie looking for that snag, and Cook looking to possibly go for a big move, and so is Frankie. Oh, no. Oh, a little chippy near the end there.
So that's a fall for Tanner Cook.
That's going to be a fall, yeah.
So in the first period, Tanner Cook takes down Frank Almagier.
Yeah, this South Dakota team is no joke.
So for Tanner Cook, his last 5 wins have all come by fall. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He's now 5-1 over his last 6. He lost by a technical fall, but again, his last 5 wins have all been falls for Tanner Cook. Matter of fact, all but 2 of his wins this season have been by fall.
Looks like we got something going here. Plugging in his nose, possibly. And got a little bit of a bleeding issue,
It's 10 seconds in.
Oh, that was quick.
We hope that Cade DeVos is all right. That's the 174 weight class. Luis Rojas beat Hayden Pummel earlier, 5-2. This is where the Lancers started to turn it around, although they now trail 27-0 to South Dakota State. But DeVos is a junior. Rojas, the redshirt sophomore. DeVos is from Altoona, Iowa.
DeVos in on that leg. Pretty smooth takedown right there. Looking to secure that hip and climb up and get some riding time. He's going to make it 2-0 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
So DeVos is 53-24 in his career, 9-4 this season. He's got a couple of wins against some ranked wrestlers.
I'd assume DeVos is another ranked wrestler on this team, right?
Yep.
With some ranked wins.
So he's a 2-time Nationals qualifier, first of all. And 16th by Flow Wrestling, 17th by Intermat, 20th by Win Magazine. So he's another wrestler that's ranked in all 3 publications for South Dakota State. The Lancers are seeing the level that they want to get to against these opponents.
Yeah, like we kind of talked about earlier, I mean, it's definitely a growing process, and with growing, you know, there's those growing pains, and with it being the first year in Big 12 for this team, I think, you know, this transition is going to take a little time for them to get at that level they want to be at. But, I mean, definitely a good start for CBU, coming out here winning some matches, and the wrestlers beating some ranked guys. I mean, that's just a great start of the season. Hopefully looking to get a few more ranked wins this year for some of these guys. DeVos looking to go on that low single attack again. Rojas defending there.
Now DeVos just all over Rojas.
Lou, you gotta get underneath that.
And that leg is trapped under DeVos. Typically, yeah, they're going to stop that just because that leg back there. Can't have that trapped.
7 seconds.
DeVos
Hey,
picked up
Louis,
a
slow.
point just before the whistle.
That's going to bring it to 6-2 now. DeVos up. And Rojas with the roll through right there, and he's looking to catch that head, but is he going to get it? And that's going to be time. Going into the second period, 6-2. I think we could agree here that, I mean, this South Dakota team's tough. I mean, like we said, they've had some really close matches. I mean, duels with some really good teams. So, I mean, this is just another caliber, a higher caliber team. It's just really tough out here, riding really hard and really good in neutral.
Up to your feet.
And DeVos out right here.
Nice job by Rojas, get that point.
Great escape. DeVos in on the leg right there. Looking to get another takedown. I mean, he's up 3 points right now, 6-3 DeVos, and he's going to get that takedown. That makes it 8-3. And that leg is trapped. Typically, you aren't really, well, you could keep it right there. Just can't have it tucked under.
For the second time, Rojas has that leg trapped. South Dakota State is all over the map in this new year. Out here in California this weekend. Next weekend, they're going to Hampton, Virginia to take part in the Virginia duels. So going from coast to coast.
Yeah, doing a whole USA tour. And that's might be a pin here.
It's close.
Can't really tell from this angle. I mean, Louis trapped on his back there. He's trying to fight off as hard as he can. And the ref down there looking for it. And
He's got to hang on for 30 seconds here.
yeah. And looks like Rojas fights off. Impressive. Now it's going to be 4 near fall, though. It's going to set him back 12-3. DeVos up.
So once again, major decision possible for South Dakota State.
Let me out. Yes.
Oh. And 1 point awarded to Rojas at the end of that period.
There you go.
Still down, but I mean, that's going to put him a little closer.
All right, something to build on. Well, I've been to North Dakota. I've been to Fargo. I've never been to South Dakota, though. Would love to visit sometime.
Probably not right now. It's a little cold.
Maybe not right now, yeah. But actually, I enjoyed my week in Fargo on another broadcasting trip. Of course, I went in April.
Yeah,
so
a little
it
different
wasn't-
weather, yeah.
Little different. It was still chilly,
Yeah.
but that's a
Spring-
nice town, Fargo.
That spring weather is a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken a trip out to North Dakota as well, and I mean, when we went, it was during the winter, so
Oh my goodness, yeah.
pretty chilly.
Of course, back in the Division II days, you had Alaska Anchorage that was in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, and sometimes we would have to go up there for regionals.
Oh, wow.
For volleyball or basketball, and yeah.
That's a tall order right there.
Interesting
Yeah.
stories from our former SIDs with CBU.
Rojas still down here, 13-4. DeVos still looking to score, possibly get the major or the tech. DeVos attacking. Kind of setting up his shots here. Great low single from him throughout this match. And Louis looking to fight that underhook in, maybe looking for a big move, and that gets stopped, and DeVos is in on the leg. He does have the ankle, might be 2 there. And that's gonna be 2. Rojas tries kicking out, but that's gonna be tough, and he's gonna be down there. They're getting that count right now. It's gonna be a stalling call, and DeVos gets stalling. It is 15-4 currently, and Louis kicks out, making it 15-5. Oh, Rojas tripped up down there. It looks to be some blood. And that's gonna be the end of the third, making the match 17-6, DeVos.
So a major decision for Cade DeVos. That is his 4th of the season. That makes it 32-0.
Four-year Lancers joining the program after 4 years at the University of Buffalo, under Jersey State champion in 2017 and East SCA National champion.
We have a 184 matchup right here with Peter Achardi,
Redshirt junior from Woodland,
CBU.
Peter Achardi.
So it's going to be Peter Achardi, the redshirt junior, against Cade King, the senior, for South Dakota State once they clean up the mat. King, a Waseca, Minnesota native. A lot of Minnesota guys for South Dakota State, no surprise.
Yeah.
It's a good wrestling state. Though Achardi lost 3-1 in overtime to Matt Zuber of NIU earlier. It was a very good match. 2 completely different body types, as we were talking about. Achardi, the more stocky of the 2. Zuber, taller. And that was a terrific match to watch. Unfortunately, Achardi came out on the losing end. But they're going at it right away.
Yeah, here we go. We got some action. Only 10 seconds in. Got King in on that leg. Achardi holding on to his. Achardi's not going to let go of that, though. He's holding on.
King is ranked 16th by all 3 publications.
And that's going to be a stalemate. So the ref's going to bring these guys back up. King in on that leg right away. But Achardi's stopping that. Not giving it up.
King 39-42 in his career, 6-4 this year. A couple of major decisions.
A lot of action here already. Both guys looking to score right away. Set themselves up for a big win.
Pete, we gotta be offensive. Come on.
32-0 South Dakota State.
Go on ahead.
They appear to have the duel wrapped up. See if the Lancers can
Come on, use it.
get a win here, though. Their last 3 wrestlers are all very good. Achardi, Gerlach, and Island.
Achardi fighting on this collar tie.
Control the pace. Come on, you control the pace.
King did have that underhook though, shooting in, missing it, but pressing the action here. And snapping him down. And he's trying to get around that corner, and so is Achardi.
Well, he's just so strong on his legs.
Yeah,
Achardi, it's something to see.
very hard to score on him.
That was the first thing you mentioned earlier, was his defense.
Oh, and offense now. He's in on that leg.
Up, get height.
I think you heard us talking about him.
I'll show you offense.
And he's in on that leg. No score, though. King fighting that foot there, elevating it, trying to get Achardi's head down. And Achardi getting around the corner. King holding on, though. He's reaching around, trying to get the score here. Chardy with the higher head here, looking to get some points on the board. King has a really good lock on that leg. Probably gonna get stalemate here, I assume. Yeah, it's gonna be time, actually.
Wow.
Wow.
Very interesting end of that first period.
Yeah, last 30 seconds was pretty eventful. Second period, we're starting 0-0, and King is gonna be starting down.
So this is our first real competitive match over the last 6. Good to see.
And I'm not sure what that count was for. And King does get the escape point. As we talked about earlier, Chardy's defense is really good, but he was setting up some offense. And now he's back to being defensive.
Against Zuber, it was a lot of standing up.
Yeah.
From what I remember, this one's
Yeah,
much more on the mat.
Yeah, definitely. A lot more scrambling situations going on here. The last match with Zuber, it was pretty tough for Chardy to get things going, I think. And now he's fighting off King. Oh. King fighting real hard, but so is a Chardy. Not giving up any points so far. And there, King gets the 2. That's going to be 3-0. King. 40 seconds left in this period.
Period in which King has had the better of the action.
And King is on that leg. There you go.
Just out. On a break for a Chardy.
So that's going to be 3-0. King still up with 14 seconds remaining in the second period. Peter Achardi is down. Looking to get a point on the board, possibly escape.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Oh, caution start. I'm going to say that is on red, yeah. Achardi possibly going to get an escape here. No, not yet.
Oh, so close.
And that's going to be time right there. Chardy down 3-0 going into this third period. King bringing it with the offense, creating those scrambling situations with the Chardy. Chardy's not out of this one yet, though.
All 3 points for King scored in the second.
And Chardy looking to get behind him. He's going to create something, but the ref stops it. So we're going to start back down. Not sure what the riding time is at right now. It might be playing a factor eventually, but as of now, down 3-0. And Achardi fighting off. He's going for that leg again. No count.
Oh, King, exceptional at hanging on to a Chardy.
Yep. And Achardi doing that roll through again for that leg. He's gonna have to get his head up higher than King though, and he's getting there. And the crowd's calling for a stalling. I think that's because King keeps sliding down to those legs right there. And in college wrestling, you're not allowed to hang out down on the legs for too long. 1 minute left in this third period. Chardy down 3-0. Both guys kind of just sitting here. And we are coming up on 30 seconds left in the match.
Chances are getting dim for a Chardy.
You have to pull something big out right here to seal it. And we're closing in on 10 seconds right here. So this looks like it's going to go to King. And that's time, bringing this match to a score of 3-0. And I think there's going to be riding time, so possibly 4-0, making it a decision.
One more, yep. 4-0. Good call. So our first shutout of this duel. A tough day for a Chardy, but very competitive. As we move on to the 197s here in a moment. It's now 35-0 South Dakota State. Caden Gerlach, the wrestler of the match for the Lancers. Got a fall in 218 against NIU's Jacob Christensen. He faces Tanner Sloan, the senior. Sloan, a 3-time Nationals qualifier. That was absolutely the highlight of the match. Gerlach against Christensen.
We got a big match right here. Tanner Sloan, pretty tough opponent. Ranked in, I think,
12th by Intermap, 12th by Win Magazine, 14th by Flow Wrestling. So consensus top 15 wrestler in this weight class.
And speaking of him, he got 2 points right there, but Gerlach getting out of there quick. No time down there.
Sloan from Alburnett, Iowa. 67-18 career record. He's 8-1 this year. His one loss came against a ranked wrestler at Virginia Tech. But he has 5 wins against ranked wrestlers this season, including 4 in a row coming into tonight. Win against Arizona State, Nebraska, Utah Valley, and Nebraska again.
Pretty tough opponent here. But
this should be a challenge for Gerlach.
Gerlach staying in it, though. I mean, he's putting some pressure on him, not making it easy for Sloan at all. And he goes for that kind of slide by to a low single right there, but misses it. Gerlach fighting inside on those ties, doing a good job. But I think Sloan is looking to elbow past that, and he's going for it again, and he gets it on that one. So that's going to make it 4-1.
I was thinking Gerlach might be an honorable mention, but he is not.
Yeah, currently not. I mean, some big wins still this year.
Yeah.
And I know placing at Reno TOC, which is fairly tough tournament. And getting some wins also at the Cliff Clean Invitational, which is one of the toughest tournaments in the country besides the national tournament itself.
Come on, kid. Build a base.
And
Build a base now. Build a base.
on
Kaden.
the bottom
Build a base.
there.
Build a base.
And ref is going to call a stalling on CBU here. And no points. Yeah, no points right there. So we're going to go into the second period down 4-1. And CBU defers. And that leaves a decision to South Dakota, and they choose down.
Back-to-back competitive matches for the Lancers.
We have Caden here looking to ride, and Sloan's gonna get the escape.
That was impressive. That was just all leg strength.
Yeah.
Hands, move your hands, busy hands, busy hands. Wrist cuffs. Get him off your wrist cuffs. No, drop the right hand. Drop the right hand.
There you go. Gerlach's looking to set up some fakes, but nothing yet. And Sloan's going back to the elbow pass. That's where he's getting most of his shots from. That's his bread and butter right there.
Hey, get off the collar. Inside tie, not finish. Underhooks, Caden.
And Gerlach looking for that elbow pass himself. Sloan up 5-1. Second period, 30 seconds left. Both guys kind of filling each other out still in the second period, trying to set something up on both ends, but pretty tough. Both guys are pretty strong. And we're closing in on last few moments of the second period. Sloan looking to shoot in, nothing. And that's gonna be the end of the second period.
So Sloan increases his lead against Gerlach by a couple.
Making that 5-1. I don't believe there's any riding time just yet. And Gerlach getting re-dropped to the mat right there. It's a true test of Sloan's strength right there. It's picking him up pretty easy. Caden is not a small guy
No.
by any means.
Almost 200 pounds, just right down to the mat.
Yeah.
Right hands. No protecting your side wrist hand.
Sloan seems to be a tough rider himself, just like his teammates on the South Dakota team.
Here comes the roll through. Fight his hands. Here comes the roll through. There you go. Keep your hands up front, though. Hands up. Come up.
Gerlach just can't do much.
Well, Sloan's pretty tough on top, like we said. Just kind of riding Gerlach out. Giving him a hard time here. I mean, score is not that out of reach. It's 5-1, but there's only 40 seconds here, so it's a tough one. And Gerlach is getting turned right here. It's gonna bring the score up.
Watch that. You can't take it forward.
Lancers didn't like
No,
the looks
that
of that.
was a good call at that. I mean, that's illegal. The ref kind of calling that a little late.
Get your one. Hand. Yep, hand. Elbow inside it. Grab that hand, elbow inside it. Take your elbow in.
So
Don't
right
even
now
go.
it'd be a major decision.
And with riding time, so
Elbow inside it.
that's going to be the match right there.
Let's see.
Now moving into the heavyweight matchup.
Well, looks like 9-1 officially, but a major decision for Sloan nonetheless. That's his 4th of the season. And it all comes down to Chris Island, the sophomore, going up against A.J. Nevels, graduate student.
Chris Island.
Now 38-0 South Dakota State. A.J. Nevels, again, the graduate student from Clovis, California, transfer from Fresno State.
And we have Island coming out pretty quick already, moving his feet, trying to get around. AJ Nevels is a tough opponent, beating some really good guys this season. Just one off the top of my head at the Cliff Teen Invitational, beat the #1 ranked wrestler in the nation at the time, which was Colton Schultz. A huge upset.
And Nevels, a 3-time Nationals qualifier. He is 11th by Win Magazine, 14th by Flow Wrestling, 16th by Intermat. We got Vacaville against Clovis here.
Oh, quite the Northern California matchup.
Fight the hands in circle, Chris.
Both teams known for having solid heavyweights. And Nevels gets that single, but no points.
Well, for Nevels, in each of his first 4 matches this season, he got falls. He has 2 decisions against ranked wrestlers. 35-6 in his career, 7-3 this year. And it was a bit of a mismatch earlier, Nevels against Therese Aaron of NIU.
Yeah, I believe that was a pin, right?
Yep, it was.
Hold your ground. You gotta get low.
Chris Island looks to end the night. The Lancers on the winning mark.
Pull. No, don't just post. Use that right hand.
And good tie.
For a certain period.
Neville's in on that underhook, looking to snap him down. Score's still 0-0. Creeping up to a minute left in the first period.
Of course, it all came down to Chris Island against NIU. Island had to win to give the Lancers the win against the Huskies. Went to overtime, but Therese Aaron pulled out the 5-3 victory after the controversial stalling call against Island with just seconds to go in regulation. That tied it at 3.
And Nevels gets in on that single leg. Island fishing for that ankle, trying to prevent the takedown, and he's hooking that leg in there to stop him from cutting around the corner. And Nevels having a tough time getting around right there. Island doing a good job of defending that single. That was a really good single by Nevels. For a big guy, moves really well. And that's a danger call, so that means Island is going to give up too. So now he's giving up back points on top of that. So that's going to be a 6 and a pin to finish off the duel.
It took him 2:54 to get the fall.
It's the end of the first period and end of the match.
So that is the 5th fall of the season for A.J. Nevels. And that does it. So 44-0. South Dakota State, number 19 in the country, beats California Baptist. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. No highlights? Okay. Alrighty, we'll just recap everything then. 125, Tanner Jordan wins 5-3. 133, Derek Cardinal wins 2-1. 141 rather, weight class. Clay Carlson wins 18-3 in a technical fall. 149, it was Alec Martin, a technical fall, 19-3. 157, 17-1. Cale Swenson picks up a technical fall as well. And then in the 165, Tanner Cook gets a fall in the first period. 174, it was Cade DeVos winning 17-6. That was a major decision. Then 184, Cade King wins 4-0. 197, Tanner Sloan wins a major decision 9-1, and then AJ Nevels finishes off with the heavyweights a fall to end the match. Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
Eric,
had a good
let's
time.
do it again,
Yeah,
huh?
definitely.
Alrighty. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
Yep,
And
thanks
for
for
Eric
having me.
Lopez, I'm Travis Van Ode. Good night from Riverside.
Good night.